make sure that this works. Okay. Yeah. Starting stream. It is private. Okay. So I just want to test this out. Okay. So I just want to test this out. Let's go play a YouTube video. Okay. So I just want to test this out. Let's go play a YouTube video. Okay. So I just want to test this.
Break time's over! Time to kick. Back into a true indie horror game. You still have no fucking idea how to prep.
Let's go play a YouTube video. Okay. So I just want to test this.
Break time's over! Time to kick. Break time's over! It's over! Announce the name. I've been calling it Lazaretto from the beginning, and I'm going to continue to call it Lazaretto. It is forever Lazaretto. Lazaretto from the beginning, and I'm going to continue to call it Lazaretto. It is forever Lazaretto. Lazaretto from the beginning, and I'm going to continue to call it Lazaretto. It is forever Lazaretto. Lazaretto from the beginning, and I'm going to continue to. It is forever.
Okay, I think that's gonna work. This will be right there. That way I can put this up. I can pull live chat over here. That's just a little bit. Got my comments right there. Cool. So we're gonna stop. All right. Let's see if we can get going here. Just trying to get over to where I can get into my stream. All right, let's jump in here. Cool, got the chat going on. All right, cool. Just in case anybody shows up, which probably won't happen. So what's up? Today I'm jumping into Duolingo Spanish, and I'm not fully complete with my Esperanto tree. However, I am very, very close. But I want to go ahead and jump into Spanish, and my goal is I want to do I want to complete the course in 90 days. And the reason I say that is because when I did Spanish before, I've cleared the course. When I actually did Spanish before, I'd actually gotten pretty far down through, I'm trying to think. I know I did numbers. I know I got the past tense. I think maybe right around here, present third, present three, verb infinitive one, or ear future, somewhere around there. Countries doesn't seem familiar. I do know some countries, but that's just from general exposure to Spanish. So probably roughly half the tree is where I was at. So I want to do, I want to finish it in 90 days. Now there are 63 63 levels. Hold on, I actually made a note of this. Let me find it real quick. 63 lessons, 322 levels throughout the lessons. Therefore, roughly 3.6 lessons a day to finish it, or obviously a little over one level, and you'll be able to finish it. And that is my goal, to finish that stuff. So let me make sure this pops back over real quick. I'm trying to make sure this is the first stream, so hopefully the audio and stuff is not terrible by any means. Hopefully it is okay. But yeah, so we're gonna get into this, and so I'll probably be able to do a ton right now because I do have a memory of what this stuff is.
La mujer.
La mujer. This is just more of a refresher. The man is
El hombre.
Okay.
Yo soy una mujer.
I am a woman. The girl is la niña.
La niña.
Okay. The boy is el niño.
El niño.
Yo soy un hombre.
I am a man.
La niña.
The girl. Okay, so there's the first lesson done. Boom, nobody cares. I'm now 7% fluent in Spanish. That's nonsense. So let's finish up basics real quick. The apple, la manzana.
La manzana.
Usted come manzanas.
Usted come manzanas. That is going to be, oh man, see, I'm a little rusty
Usted.
on, yeah, you, it's like you plural, or you formal. You eat apples.
Usted es un hombre.
You are a man. La manzana.
Ella es una niña.
She is a girl.
Él es un hombre.
He is a man.
Tú eres un niño.
You are a boy. That's informal, obviously. Alright, so 9%. I hate the fluency counter, man. That's so stupid. Oh yeah, I guess before I get any further, let's check into the notes real quick. So, tips and notes, masculine and feminine nouns. In Spanish, all nouns are masculine or feminine. Usually nouns that end with an O are masculine, and nouns that ends with an A are feminine. For example, manzana is apple is feminine. Diario, which is newspaper, is masculine. This obviously is not always the case, but the articles el and un are used with masculine nouns, and the articles la and una are used with feminine nouns. The apple is the manzana, or is la manzana, and a newspaper is un diario. So that takes care of that. There are obviously exceptions, and what I do with Spanish when I learned it originally, or when I say learned it, I mean practiced it, I just learned the article with the word versus trying to remember, oh, if it's O, it's this, and because it's not always the case. So accent marks. Vowels in Spanish can have an accent mark, such as the U in menu. One use of the accent mark is to indicate which syllable should be stressed in the pronunciation. For example, in telefono, telephone, the second E has the most stress. So telefono, maybe. Pronunciation is not my strong point, but I definitely want to be okay in it. Accent marks are also used to distinguish homophones. For example, el and el are homophones because they have the same pronunciation. However, el with the accent mark is a masculine pronoun meaning he or him, and el is the masculine article meaning the. Here we go. That's one of those things you obviously learn in context. I remember when I first started learning Spanish, I was like, I'll never, what? I mean, it's the same word, but just like in English, how two is the number two, or two also, or two someplace, you just learn it within context. So tu, usted, and vos are different ways of referring to the second person singular, which is you. Usted is the formal way. You and vos is the informal speech in certain countries instead of tu. I don't think this course teaches vos. I really hope it doesn't, because I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll learn it if so, but I guess it's vosotros I'm thinking of. But the three pronouns are synonyms, but they change the way verbs are conjugated. For instance, for the verb comer, to eat, is tu comes, usted come, and vos comes. The decision of which form of you to use is regional and cultural, but you can typically use usted when referring to strangers. Any conversation I've ever had via a Spanish-speaking person, anytime I use usted, they're like, no, use tu, it's okay. So, but obviously, if you're learning, formal is probably not a bad idea. Verb conjugation in Spanish is more complicated than in English. In Spanish, the verb endings change in order to describe who is doing the action and when. For example, for comer, which is to eat, I eat is yo como, and you eat is tu comes. And of course, you drop the pronoun a lot of times, so you just say como and comes. Because the conjugations indicate who's doing the action, it is usually possible to omit the pronoun. For instance, instead of saying yo como arroz, which is I eat rice, you can say como arroz. So, all right, there's the notes. Let's finish out this lesson real quick. Water is el agua. Yes,
El agua.
Right there, an example. Ends in a, but does not mean it is feminine. La leche.
La leche. ¿Tú comes manzanas?
Do you eat apples? The bread is going to be el pan.
Yo como manzanas.
I need to speed through that. I eat apples.
Usted come, yo bebo.
You eat, I drink. Okay. And bread is el pan. So, you learn basics, 2 linguts, yay, fair enough. All right, so, and again, that's exactly why I was talking about doing it in 90 days, because I'm going to blow through some of these. So there's obviously going to be stuff I miss. All right, let's do common phrases. Let's read the tips and notes. Tardes and noches. In English, afternoon comes before evening, which in turn comes before night. In Spanish, there are only 2 words that cover these times of day. Tarde, pronunciation again, sorry, which means afternoon, but overlaps with evening, and noche, which means night, but also overlaps with evening. Therefore, at 6:30, it is okay to say either buenas tardes or buenas noches. Even though buenos dias literally means good days, it is used in the mornings to mean good morning. Conjugation of hablar. Present indicative, which I need to learn. Like, I know what that means contextually, but I need to learn. Like, that's the thing, man. I obviously speak English, but I you just know how to say things, so I need to learn what some of this stuff is. But yo hablo, tú hablas, usted habla, él habla, ella habla, nosotros hablamos, ustedes hablan, and ellos, ellas hablan. So in Spanish, the most common negative word is no, as an adverb negating a sentence. It always comes immediately before the verb. So yo hablo, yo no hablo. Él es, está, él no es, él no está. So I think that's it. Yep, that's all the notes. So let's finish, or let's do this.
Buenos días.
Buenos dias, good morning. Good morning is buenos dias. I think the I is actually, well, okay, that's not what I was looking for. Is a, yeah.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, good night. Adios, buenas noches. Because dias, yeah, buenas noches, I don't remember what the exact reason is, but buenas noches is the only one that takes the feminine, and buenos dias and buenos tardes, I believe, take buenos versus buenas, and I don't know exactly why that is. I think that's right. I probably wouldn't quote me.
Gracias, Sofía.
Gracias, Sofía. Thank you, Sofía.
Adiós, México.
Adiós, Mexico. Okay, so goodbye, Mexico.
Gracias, Sofía.
Gracias, Sofía.
Hola, gracias.
Hello, thank you. Alright. So there is lesson 1. Now we're going to go to lesson 2.
Sí, ella es Julia.
Yeah. See that there. So sí. Yes, yeah. Sí, ella es Julia. Yes, she is Julia. Sí, and actually C is with the I. Sí, ella es Julia.
Yo no bebo.
I am not drinking, or I do not
Sí,
drink.
hola.
Sí, yes. Hello.
De nada.
De nada, which is like no problem,
Nada.
or you're welcome. Yeah, I'm an idiot. That's why I look at you're welcome. De nada.
El pan, por favor.
I guess bread, please.
Lo siento.
I always get confused. Lo siento is sorry.
Perdón.
Perdón, excuse me. I always get confused with the articles of using L and la, because I always want to make it say the. Like, technically that sentence does say the bread, please, but it's also just bread, please. Like, in English we omit that, and in Spanish I guess you do not. I don't know. I'm sure if I said pan por favor, it would be a 13% fluke. I hate this counter, man. I wish I could disable it. Alright.
Sí, disculpe.
Yes, disculpe. I don't remember.
Disculpe.
Exactly. Excuse me. Yes, so it's another form of excuse me. It's another form. Well, it's exactly
Disculpe.
that. Another form of excuse me. Disculpe. Excuse me. No. Disculpe.
Yo no hablo inglés.
I do not speak English.
No, disculpe.
No, disculpe. No, excuse me.
¿Tú hablas inglés?
Do you speak English?
Yo no hablo español.
I do not speak Spanish. Like I said, a lot of this is going to be super...
Tú no hablas español.
Tú no hablo español. You do not speak Spanish. Just because I do have a little bit of history with
Yo hablo español.
I speak Spanish. So, there we go. Lesson 2 done. You learned common phrases. Oh, okay. I guess maybe that was level 3. I'm confused. Learn 4 ingots. Tiny cards I would like to use. Yeah, so I learned phrases. Fair enough. We'll see. Let's keep going here. How long have we been going here? Looks like for a little bit here. So let's keep going a little bit. I don't want to make these too long, but we are going to get into it. So we're going to go into basic 2, probably finish this lesson as well. And there are no tips or notes on this one. So
Él, ella, nosotros.
he, she, nosotros, they, no,
Nosotros.
we, gosh. Okay, yeah, so I definitely need a refresher course in this.
Nosotros bebemos agua.
We are drinking water. It's funny because I've been, I can speak Esperanto, so when I see bebemos, my mind is conjugating that as a future tense verb versus a tense for nosotros. So, but it's okay. We are drinking water. We drink water. Nosotros bebemos agua.
Nosotras bebemos agua.
We drink water. They really want me to hammer in this we drink water. Nosotros somos mujeres. No, it's going to be nosotras because it is going to be feminine.
Nosotras somos mujeres.
We are women. Nosotras. That's going to be bebemos leche. We are drinking milk. Oops, check. There we go. Nosotros bebemos agua. Yeah. Verb conjugation is a struggle. Actually, I am going to invest in one of those 501 Spanish verbs books.
¿Son ellos hombres?
Just to kind of help. All right, so son ellos hombres. They are they? Yeah, I guess are they men? They are men. Ellos son hombres.
Hombres, niños.
Men, boys. Ellos son niños. Okay.
Ustedes son niñas.
Ustedes son niñas. You all essentially are girls. So yeah, ustedes is going to be polite.
Ustedes beben leche.
Ustedes beben leche. Ustedes beben leche is going to be you all are drinking milk. You don't have
Ellas
to
son
say
mujeres.
ellas son mujeres. They are women.
Los niños beben agua.
The boys drink water. Done. Cool. You are now 15% fluent in Spanish. Oh, gosh. If I could disable that, man, I sure would. So, I don't know why I didn't think about this. I should probably share this on my page, man, so people can come check out me doing some Spanish studying. So, languages. So, here we go. We need to go. Copy link. There we go. All right, so we're going to continue on. I am going to finish basics. I may finish the next lesson as well, but I'm not sure. Just posting this. Just trying to get honestly getting used to the whole live streaming thing. I've live streamed on my main channel, but I've never live streamed on this one, so I had to get all the settings and stuff. Cool, there we go. All right, so next we're gonna get into, looks like vino, libro, carta, escribe, escribes, escribo, escribimos, which I know all of those, which is perfectly fine, but we gotta do a refresher. So the books, that's gonna be los libros.
Los libros.
Okay, that's kind of a trick question because they had the other one had a two, el libro, los libros, but it's going to be obviously los. The wine is
El vino.
Wine is one of those things that kind of sound the same in a lot of different languages. All right, they drink, ellos beben vino. The letter is going to be la carta.
La carta.
La carta. Not to be confused with la lettero.
Nosotras escribimos un libro.
Esperanto. Nosotros escribimos un libro. So that is going to be we are writing a book.
Yo escribo cartas.
I am writing letters. El vino is wine.
Tú escribes.
You are writing. Now, there is a way in Spanish, and I think the ending is iando. So if I actually wanted to say, like, really specify that I am in the act currently right now of doing, I think it's iando, perhaps. I don't know, but I know that there's an exact way. Like, that's kind of a general present tense thing. It can be yo, for example, bebo la leche, right? Drinking the milk. It can be I drink the milk. I am drinking the milk. So there's a way to specify that a little bit further. But all right, let's finish this lesson up real quick. So we got select the word for newspaper. That is going to be diario.
El diario.
El diario.
Ellos leen los diarios.
They are reading the newspapers. Ellos leen, yeah. I need to learn.
Leen.
They used to have, Duolingo used to have a way where you could click and see the conjugation of all the forms of it for the tense that you're working with. They do not have that now, and I don't know why, but that's okay. So the boys read. That is going to be los niños leen.
Yo soy una persona.
I am a person.
Los niños leen.
Los niños leen. The boys are reading, or the boys read.
Nosotros leemos un libro.
We are reading a book. Okay.
Yo leo un libro.
I read a book. So we got leo, le, which is like L-E-E, le, leen, lemos, les, for two les, I believe.
Las niñas escriben.
The girls are writing. So, there we go. Because leer conjugates similar to, or I think the same way that comer does. They're both ER verbs. Leer, I don't believe, is irregular. You learn basics too. Okay. Okay, so there we go. We got 3 down so far, and we're gonna jump right into food. Honestly, depending on how it goes, I may try to knock out this first little section. We'll see what happens, but that's kind of where I'm looking at right now. So let's get into food. We're gonna get arroz comemos, which is we are eating. Pescado, which is fish. Comen. Huevo, which is eggs. Cocino. I don't remember what cocino is right off. Cocino is maybe cook. I don't know. Pollo, which is chicken, and queso, which is cheese. So let's get into this. Egg is going to be el huevo.
El huevo.
El huevo. It is an egg. Es un huevo. Okay. The cheese is going to be queso.
El queso.
El queso. Gotta work on that pronunciation. Chicken is
El pollo.
Pollo.
Nosotros comemos pescado.
We are eating fish. Not to be confused with lapez. Lapez is like an alive fish. That confused the crap out of me when I first started learning Spanish a long time ago. Pescado is like fish you eat. Lapez, I think it's lapez is the like a fish that's alive. Rice is el arroz.
El arroz.
Sí, ellos comen manzanas.
Yes, they are eating apples. Why would they not?
No, yo no cocino.
Cooking?
Cocino. Cocino.
Yeah, I am not cooking. That's what I thought. Cocino. Cocinar. So it's an AR verb, so it's going to conjugate the same way that hablar does. So cocino, cocinas. Yeah, okay. Cocino. Gotcha. Like I said, just a little refresher. It's going to be a little bit of a refresher down through here a little bit, and hopefully none of my Esperanto words kind of sneak in there, like for example suquero, which would be juice in Esperanto. That's going to be el jugo.
El jugo.
El jugo de naranja, right? Orange juice. You drink juice. Two bebes jugo. You gotta get out of that Esperanto mode, man. La sopa.
La sopa.
Which is, that's how you say it in Esperanto, actually. La sopa. Pasta is la pasta.
La pasta.
La pasta.
Es un tomate.
It is a tomato. Fruit is going to be la fruta.
La fruta.
Okay. Word for orange is la naranja. This is weird. This one's pronounced weird.
La naranja.
Yeah. It looks like not la naran, like, because the J is pronounced, you know, you are like kind of silent sometimes, like for example el jugo, or it's pronounced with an H, but here it's not pronounced la naranja, it's like not la naranja. It's like a weird thing, so, but it's all right. There we go. La naranja.
Él come carne.
He is eating meat. Carne.
Carne.
Sweet. So, sweet. Level 3. All right. At least it's not telling me that I'm like 30% fluent. All right. So, lemon, el limón.
El limón.
El limón. El desayuno is breakfast, and la fresa is strawberry, which is la frago in Esperanto. It is a lemon. Es un limón. The O has the O has the accent on it. Strawberry is
la fresa.
Potato is la papa.
La papa.
Una comida.
A comida. What?
Una
That is a new.
comida.
Comida is meal. Okay. A meal. Okay. Onion is going to be la cebolla.
La cebolla.
I get these confused a little bit. Of course, it's cebolla because the B is pronounced as a V a lot of times. I get these confused. There's la cebolla, la cabella, and I think it's like horse, onion, and bowl, I think, all sound similar. If I'm remembering correctly. I may not be. El desayuno.
El desayuno.
In the world, it's one of those art figures. I never noticed that. It's one of those like figures that, like, if you ever draw, you can buy those figures so you can kind of map out what you're trying to draw, like an act.
Ella come salsa.
She is cooking sauce, essentially, or I guess it's
Salsa.
salsas. come, not cocine. God, okay.
Ella come salsa.
She is eating sauce. Okay. That was a stupid mistake on my part. And if you think that's a stupid mistake, wait until I have to start matching up adjectives with nouns, man. Good God. Beer is la cerveza.
La cerveza.
Cerveza. Is it the beer? Es la cerveza. Okay. Tea is going to be el té.
El té.
Which is pretty similar around a lot of languages there. The salt is going to be la sal.
La sal.
Yeah, sal.
Él lee el menú.
He is reading the menu. I'll put an E on that. Sandwich is el emparedado. Now this...
El emparedado.
Sandwich is confusing, man. Sandwich, there's like 100 different ways to say that friggin' word. El emparedado. El empanado. There's a lot of ways. So sugar is going to be la azúcar.
La azúcar.
Azúcar. Okay.
Los vegetarianos no beben leche.
The vegetarians do not drink milk. I misspelled vegetarians, but that's okay. I don't think that they will mind. Which they may. So, alright. Next up, what do we got next? Oh, what do we got? We got updates. Oh, food is learned. Alright. You've learned 2 lingots. Yeah. Is that all the food? I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, I guess that was the 4th one, wasn't it? As a carousel menu. Alright, fair enough. Let's go back here. Let's go to animals. Okay, gato, gata, perro, gatos, gatas. Perros, caballo. So I know all those. Caballos, elefantes, pato, which is duck. Tortuga. Or is patos bird? Patos, I can't remember. It's either patos is birds or pájaro is birds, and the opposite is duck. I think patos is duck, but I could be wrong. Cangrejos, which is rabbit. Arañas, animales. Animal, oso. Oso is, I don't remember what oso is right off. Cerdo, which I believe is pig. Pingüino, obviously. Raton. Conejo. Actually I messed up. Conejo is rabbit. Cangrejos is crab. Leon, monos, and toro. So I know most of these, but let's get into it. So the dog is going to be
El perro.
El perro. I can't roll my R's. I try. I've tried my entire friggin' life, and I can't. No. No S. Un perro. So the cat is going to be
El gato.
El gato. El gato. Horse is going to be el caballo.
El caballo.
Yep.
Es una gata.
Is it a cat?
Los perros, las gatas.
The dogs, the cats. And of course you can determine gender of an animal, like los perros, los perras, I believe, is girl or boy dogs. Los gatas, los gatos can determine whether or not. So the cat is going to be, as a matter of fact, I'll show you here, el gato. So, la gata.
No, Julia, no son gatas.
No, Julia. They are not cats. Fair enough. Easy enough. So, there we go. Oh man, I'm sorry. I hope nobody from Duolingo watches this. I've had ad block disabled this entire time, man. And I don't mind. You know what? Let's pause ad block. I usually don't actually run it at all, depending on what I'm watching. Like, I don't run it on YouTube or anything, but there we go. That way they can make a little bit of money. I'm fine with that. They give me free classes. The elephant is el elefante.
El elefante.
El elefante. Okay. No es elefante. Oh, it is not a or an. This is a massive struggle for me. I get ahead of myself typing, and I always forget to put the article of a or an. And part of that is because I just get sloppy and I go through it. The other part is, in Esperanto, there is not an a or an and. It's context. If I say singular something, you know it's a something. And so I hope that doesn't bleed over into Spanish. So, los patos.
Los patos.
So ducks is patos and pájara is bird. Horses is going to be los caballos.
Los caballos.
Los caballos.
No, ella no es una tortuga.
No, she is not a turtle. Very good. The turtles.
Las tortugas.
The duck is el pato.
El pato. Sí, el gato come patos.
Yes, the cat. Oh, not Kate. The cat eats ducks. Fair enough. And no. No es un elefante. Now the thing is, if you mess up un or una, it doesn't make your sentence indecipherable. I don't know why I thought that when I very first started learning Spanish, because that's a stupid, stupid thought. But obviously, if I were to say una, my ad block is disabled, dude. Obviously, if I would say something to the effect of, los, or even if I combine two on accident, like I said las gatos, right, which would be feminine but masculine, they would understand it. They probably wouldn't know if I was talking about male or female cats, but they would understand the context of the sentence. It's just like if somebody in English is like, I grab a phone, right? I grabbed the phone. You know what they're talking about. So that was a useless. All right, so the word for bear, el oso.
El oso.
Yeah. Okay. Because the big thing they always use is el oso. I don't know how you say it in Spanish, actually, but el oso loves. They always have the sentence, the bear loves the beer. So, el oso. It is a bear, which is going to be es oso. I told you, man. I struggle with those. Crabs, el cangrejo.
El cangrejo.
So, next up is the bird, which is el pájaro.
El pájaro. Arañas, animales, cangrejos.
Spiders, animals, and crabs. Animals are spelled wrong. Fair enough. The birds is going to be
Los pájaros.
pájaros.
El animal come gatos.
The animal eats cats. Fair enough.
Luis come arañas.
Luis eats. Oh, what are you doing, Luis? Why are you eating spiders? It is a bear, so that is going to be es un oso. Let's not forget the article. And we are going to do this last lesson here, and we will be finished with animals. So, here we go. Lion is el león.
El león.
El león. Says it real fast. The lion, which is going to be el león, which is the O. I'm going to go, I think it's el león. Es un animal. Okay. Penguin is going to be
El pingüino.
I actually have the Duolingo shirt that says Yo soy un pingüino. Need to find that shirt. Bull is el toro.
El toro. Es un conejo.
It is a rabbit. I had a rabbit, so I don't know how you conjugate had. I guess I could say pasado. Tengo un conejo. So, select the word for the mouse. It's going to be el ratón.
El ratón.
Easy way to remember that is ratatouille was a mouse. I guess that's how I make stupid word
Es un mono.
and it helps me. It is a monkey. There's a really awesome YouTube channel called Senior Jordan, and he had an entire series of YouTube videos about a monkey. So that's
Sí,
mono
el león
is-
come animales.
Yes, the lion eats animals. King of the jungle, man. King of the food chain. There we go. You learned animals. 2 lingots. Boom, boom. Look at that. So after Basics 1, I was 7% fluent, and then after adding all that afterwards, we're only 15%. That counter is stupid. Also, just a fun fact, if you're new to my channel, if you're not new to my channel, whatever, I hate the word fluency. I hate the word fluent because I feel like it's so overused and misused. You absolutely can be fluent, but, you know, I think it's misused a lot, and I guess it's up to the own person's interpretation. But anyway, let's do possessives here. So we are going to go, yeah, so this is me, mis, mio, mia, mas, necesito, necesitas. Okay, got that in the first lesson. Oh yeah, we need to, man, let me actually go back real quick. I'm thinking about it because we did not read. Okay, there are no notes for food. Tips and notes. Adjectives. As a general rule, in Spanish, adjectives come after the noun they describe. An English dog is un perro inglés, and a Spanish horse is un caballo español, which they did not touch on at all in that lesson. I knew that, but it's probably good that I went and read it, and that was the only one there. So now we're on possessives, and here we go. Possessive determiners. Possessive determiners are adjectives that are used to show ownership, such as my and my dog. There are 5 possessive determiners in Spanish. So, mi, which is my, tu, which is your, familiar singular, which gets a little confusing because tu is also you. But I guess you wouldn't say you dog. So I guess it's, you know, again, contextually. Su, which is his, her, you, their. Nuestro, which is our. And vuestro, which is your, plural. Only used in Spain, hopefully not in this, because I think even Spain is starting to get away from vosotros a little bit. The first 3 of these have only 2 forms. Mi, mis, tu, tus, su, sus, which is obviously for singular and plural. For example, my dog is a mi perro, and my dogs are mis perros. Mi, tu, and su do not have masculine or feminine forms. So, for example, you say mi gato and also mi gata. Nuestro and vuestro have forms depending on the gender. Okay. Which, just like nosotros and nosotras, it can change, you know, and ellas and ellos, it's plural and or not plural, masculine and feminine. So nuestro, nuestros, nuestra, nuestras. For example, it is nuestro gato and nuestra gata, nuestros gatos and nuestras gatas. Long form possessive adjective. I don't even know what the crap that means. All right, the determiner. The determiners above are always used before the noun. Spanish has an additional long form way to describe possession, which usually comes after the noun. Mio. Ah, yeah. So this is mio, mios, mia, mias, which is mine. So it's you mark it. So it's kind of literally mine. Tuyo, tuyos, tuya, tuyas. Suyo, suyos, suyas, suyas. And so forth. So el gato is mio, means the cat is mine, versus mis gato, my cat or the cat is mine. Note that the possessive adjectives vary by number and gender. The changes with the nouns they modify, not with the persons who possess the object. For example, for a male cat, you say el gato es tuyo, the cat is yours, regardless of whether you are talking to a man or woman. That's because it's modifying the noun. The short form and long forms of nuestro and vuestro are related. Pronouns are identical. They differ only as to whether they are being used before or after the noun. Tu versus tu. The 2 words tu and tu are pronounced the same. Tu is the personal pronoun meaning you, and tu is the possessive adjective meaning your. So, tons of fun. But hey, let's get into it.
Mi vino es español.
My wine is Spanish. Mi gato bebe leche.
El gato es mío.
The cat is mine.
No, no es mío.
No, It is not mine. No, no es mío. Oh, an I. Okay,
Más fruta.
more fruit. That's random.
La gata no es mía.
The cat is not mine. What a weird sentence to throw in there. La gata no es mía. Más fruta?
Necesito un favor.
Necesito.
Necesito.
I need. Okay. I was thinking necessary, but I guess need is necessary. So necesito un favor. I need a favor.
Tú necesitas un hombre.
You need a man? What?
Necesitas
Yeah, you need a
hombre.
man. Okay.
Mis gatos beben leche.
Okay. So mis gatos beben leche. My cats drink milk. All this talk about milk drinking is making me thirsty. Oh, there we go. All those lessons up 1%, 16%. I hate that, man. Like I said, I should probably not continuously rag on it, but I don't really care for it. Here we go. 2222. Okay, so the word for dad is
El papá.
El papá. My dad, so mi papá, bebe vino. The word for mother is la mamá.
La mamá.
La mamá. Mama.
El queso es suyo.
The cheese, okay. The cheese is, I guess, his or hers.
Suyo.
Yours. So we'll say the cheese is hers.
En su perro.
Because, yeah, because I guess it could be yours too, because it could be... well, no, I don't know. Es su perro. It is your dog. Mother. La mamá.
Por favor, escribe tu libro.
Please write your book.
No, no es suyo.
No, it is not yours.
Sus libros.
Your books.
Por favor, escribe tu libro.
Please write your book. Gotta put that R on there. So
Tú.
that's something I need to study obviously a little bit more. Is the possessive stuff. See, in Esperanto you just add an A, so mia, nia, via, ilia, shia, lia, and it makes it possessive. So what it is, I guess that's the point, is easy. So all right, lesson 3 of 3. Bathroom is el baño.
El baño.
The bathroom, el baño no es mío. Okay. Word for money is going to be el dinero.
El dinero. Nuestra fruta.
Our fruit. They want fruit to really be...
Las manzanas son nuestras.
The apples are ours. Bathroom is going to be el baño.
Nuestros pájaros comen pan.
Our birds eat bread.
¿Necesitas más dinero?
Do you need more money? C.
Nuestro diario.
Our newspaper. So there's that. You learn possessive. Yeah, a lot of this stuff, like I said, this is a lot of refresher and stuff. Whoops, didn't mean to pull that up. A lot of this is any kind of just refresher course that I need just to kind of get back into the swing of things. Let me see here. Where are we at? Idioms I'm not going to get into right now. Possessives. Next we got clothing and then questions. Let me see. Maybe... Yeah, you start getting into those verb conjugations. I mean, right there, that's like a fourth of the tree done, probably a fifth or so. I'll probably actually, how long have we been streaming here? Roughly almost an hour, and that's what I want to do, an hour a day, not necessarily on here, but I want to study about an hour a day, so we may, you know what, let's knock out close, and that'll put me right in an hour, and then I'll just spend the rest of the day kind of going over some of that stuff in my head. So here we go. Falda, vestido, pantalones, which I know, camisa, which is shirt, I believe, roja, which is red, blanca, and negro. Okay. Shirt is la camisa.
La camisa.
La camisa, which I think, I'm not sure, but I think you can actually abbreviate that. I think you can say T camisa. Could be wrong. I would not quote me on that, but I think so. So the dress is going to be el vestido.
El vestido.
El vestido. The dress is mine. It's going to be el vestido. Okay, let's not go into Spanish here, or in Esperanto. El vestido es mío. Pants is going to be el pantalón.
El pantalón.
Skirt is going to be la falda.
La falda.
Which is... I'm trying to think of this stuff.
Los vestidos son rojos.
Los vestidos son rojos. So that's going to be the dresses are red. That's an easy way to remember dress, and I don't know, I guess this could contradict itself, but the best way that I remember it is dress, for whatever reason, is masculine. That's how I like.
Tus camisas son negras.
That's how I remember it. So that's going to be your shirts are black.
Mis pantalones no son rojos.
My pants are not red.
Sí, nuestras faldas son blancas.
Yes, our skirts are white. Fair enough. So, calcetín, which is sock. Zapatos, which is shoes. Cinturón, which is belt. Botas, which is boots. Azul, which is blue. Amarillo, which is yellow. And verde, which is green. So
Los zapatos son azules.
the shoes are blue. Mis. Esperanto again. Zapatos. Mis zapatos.
Sí, el calcetín es verde.
So, this is referring to a singular sock?
Calcetín.
Yeah. The sock is green. Weird.
Los zapatos son azules.
Yeah, and then that's the other thing I struggle with is colors, getting the plural. Los zapatos son azules. The shoes are
Las botas no son verdes.
The boots are not green.
No, los cinturones no son blancos.
The belts are not white.
Tu camisa es amarilla.
Your shirt is yellow.
Mi zapato.
Mi zapato. My shoe.
El cinturón es mío.
Belt is mine. Okay. As you can see, again, this is why I said 90 days, because I'm not by any way, shape, or form good in Spanish. I would not even put myself past an A1, but I have done enough that I know a little bit. So I don't think it's going to be really that big of a trouble for me to finish in 90 days. Maybe before then, honestly, depending on how much kind of comes back to me. The clothes is going to be la ropa.
La ropa.
Might get a little confused on that because in Esperanto, vestajo is clothes, and vestido specifically means dress in Spanish, and la ropa it's actually la robo is not skirt, dress in Esperanto. So hopefully I don't get those mixed up. But yeah, la ropa, sorry, get a little carried away there. Our clothes, nuestros ropas. Let me go nuestras ropas.
Mi chaqueta es café.
Whoa, okay. Mi chaqueta.
Chaqueta.
Jacket, okay. I guess I'm used to mentelo, which I guess different kind of jackets, but my chaqueta jacket is, I think cafe is
Café.
brown, yeah, so La ropa, or is it el ropa? I already forgot. La. Okay, la.
El gato es gris.
The cat is gray.
Nuestros abrigos.
I think this is also like coat.
Abrigos.
Yeah, coats. So chaqueto is jacket. Abrigos is coats. I wonder what mantello is.
Es mi suéter.
It is my sweater.
El color rojo.
The color red.
Es un abrigo.
It is a coat. Okay. So we're going to finish up one more here. That is el sombrero.
El sombrero.
Which I know there are a ton of different ways to say hats in Spanish, which is perfectly fine, but let's see here. So check continue. My hat is going to be mi sombrero. Suit is going to be el traje.
El traje.
No, la corbata no es naranja.
No, the corbata, tie.
Corbata.
Tie is not orange.
No, mis gafas no son blancas.
So that's going to be no, my gafas, glasses?
Gafas.
Yeah, glasses are not white. El traje, the suit.
Tus botas son púrpuras.
Your boots are purple.
Las botas son naranjas.
The boots are orange.
El sombrero es púrpura.
The hat. The hat is purple. Cool. Bum-bum. You learned clothing. And earned 2 lingots. You can't freaking beat that. So there we go. And that puts us at right at 60 minutes. I wanted to do an hour, at least an hour. I want to do an hour a day. It's not going to be on here. I am going to stream a couple times. I'm going to make actually a short video talking about my plans and stuff. But so that is the first episode of that. I'm not going to stream every lesson that I do, but I will be streaming lessons from here from time to time, a couple times a week, hopefully, documenting my process of trying to learn the Spanish tree in 90 days. So thank you guys for checking the stream out, and I will see you guys in the next video.